are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. This is Ella calling you for your appointment.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So have you ever received a psychic medium reading before, or should I explain to you a little bit how I'll be conducting this
Well,
session?
I watch you on YouTube, and you're excellent at what you do. So
Thank
I've seen the
you.
process done before.
Okay, well, thank you. Um, I read over as I was getting your telephone number. I read over your emails, and you said that you wanted a little bit more clarity, or you wanted some information regarding, a spiritual consultation. What exactly do you mean by that? Is it just the regular sessions, or you have questions that you want to
Well,
ask
I
me?
have questions. Well, I have questions. I thought maybe a little bit of both, because I do have some questions for you.
Mhm.
We're going to honoring your ancestors, first your worshiping your ancestors.
Mhm. Because I see an
Um,
altar here.
Spiritual,
Yeah, I see an altar setting up. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, and also spiritual guides are those the ones you give honor to, um, things of that nature that I have questions on.
Okay. All right. Let me because your I think your great grandmother or someone on your mother's side here, she's like a slim woman here. And she's setting up an altar. And she's saying this is her gateway to the spirit realm. So in any event with you, there's different for people, and this is with me. The way I see things is people have different ways to communicating with the spirit realm. Some people take baths, some people burn incense, some people, light up candles. But in any event, this woman here, do you have a grandmother on the other side?
I do have a great grandmother on the other side,
Oh, that
born on
is
her birthday.
okay. So then that is your great grandmother. Yeah. So yeah, I was on point with that. It could have been your
Yeah.
grandmother, but yeah, it was your great grandmother. Yeah. But she seems like a slim one, like a slim lady. But nonetheless, this is how she's appearing to me right now. But
Uh-huh.
she's saying, tell her to set up an altar. Tell her this is the way. And I'm feeling like she was on a spiritual and religious level. So this is the person that you need to be getting in contact with, or rather, give offerings to when you're going through difficulties in your life. Is what she's saying. She said, listen, set up an altar, and the things that you're gonna put on the altar, make it pretty, make it like put flowers, sort of like an Oshun altar, put
Right.
flowers, put pictures, put fruits, things of that nature for your ancestors. And again, you have to understand that your ancestors are completely different from your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are those that guide you, throughout life, and they are just basically appointed to you. This is their job to guide you. But your ancestors are those that is within your bloodline, those like your great grandmother,
Mm.
that and
Right.
within that nature, those that share the same blood, and those is like more of like family oriented. Um,
Mhm.
when you're dealing with your ancestors. So in any event, what she's telling me now is, listen, set up an altar. Is your grandpa on the other side too? Cause he's
On my
somebody.
my grandfather, my great grandfather and my grandfather on my father's side, and my great grandfather on my mother's side.
They're coming through. Were they close to you?
I was not my great grandfather, my grandfather on my father's side. Yes, I remember him very well when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Okay. Well, he's coming through. But he's just sitting on this chair. Like a reclining chair. So
Yeah.
he's sitting on this chair, just appearing. Also, he's just basically letting you know that he's always with you. And he loves you, and he cares for you, and he sees you. And like, I don't know, I guess he feels like, you as his little girl, like a daddy's girl in a sense.
Okay.
That's the feeling that I'm getting from him. But going back to your great grandmother, on your mom's side or whatnot, what she's saying is, listen, uh create this altar of yours. And I'm feeling like you gotta put what is this? You have to put bamboo flowers or bamboo leaves or bamboo sticks. You know bamboo sticks, right?
Yeah, I know bamboo sticks. Yep.
Yeah,
I
put
love bamboo sticks.
oh, that's why she's telling you. Okay, great. So that's what you put on
Yep,
your
I love bamboo plants and things that fit ferns and things like that.
okay, then that's what you do. But you want to put that in like your bedroom, like in the corner of your bedroom, not behind the door, but like adjacent to the door.
Right.
And and that is like the journey, the crossroad, or a way to, I guess, communicate with the spirit realm. So again, the having nice flowers, pictures, fruits, the bamboo sticks will be very beneficial to add to your altar, because she's saying this is how you can communicate with them. And what she mean by them, she's talking about her family and their family and stuff like that. She may be into gardening as well. She may be into
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she may be into gardening, because she's telling me a lot about plants and flowers and things of that nature. Do you know where your ancestors come from?
I don't have no history at all. Only
Uh
thing I know is the basics. My grandmother, my grandfather, and maybe a couple of aunts and uncles.
okay, I'm picking up Native American here, like a
Mm.
Cherokee. Like a Cherokee kind. Like Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your complexion?
Brown skin.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So there you go. So looking into that, um, give me a second, because they're coming to me and they're showing me who you are. Then this is probably what you wanted to ask me, who your ancestors are and things of that nature, because they're coming to me and they're always with you. And I'm seeing like this heavy set woman too, that's coming through, and she has like a medallion, or she has like, like the Indians when they put like have that piece coming over their forehead like a third eye.
Yeah. Yep.
And she wishes you well, and she gives you courage and she gives you strength, and she knows that you will find the way. Are you looking to have children, more children?
I'm looking at having more children.
Yes, I'm
That's
asking
the
you.
question.
Mhm.
Oh no. No more.
You don't want no more?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
No more.
Mm.
No. I do have a niece that I'm thinking about. She's been staying with me for a year, and I'm thinking about letting her stay for another year, to help her mom out, my sister. But it's been a heavy toll on me. Taking her, not taking her in, but to try to be a surrogate parent to her. It's been really heavy on me.
Mm. 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 Give me a second. You have to clear the way. Give me a second. Let me see what they mean by having to clear the way. Well, if it doesn't give you peace, then it's not aligning yourself with your highest good. If it does give
Mm.
you peace, then it is aligning yourself with your highest good. You have already did your duty. You have already played a very major part in your niece's life. Now it's like, okay, well, I can't take it no more. Now you have to go and find your else good with. This is just like in a relationship. Once the relationship has been expired, what happens? The breakup happens, and what? The
Right.
individuals now go their separate ways to find their good elsewhere. So in any event, communication is the key. And that's that's why I guess all of these family members are coming to me, because it's a family matter. That's a family matter that's happening with you. That's a big burden for you. However, like I said to you before, you have to wish her mother in peace, and you have to wish your niece in peace as well, because if it doesn't serve you any good, then all you're doing is digging yourself deeper into this hole of depression. And I'm speaking to you. Yes, I am. I'm telling you depression, because as I'm speaking to you and as I'm picking up your voice, I'm seeing this cloud, and it's not a good one either. It's like a dark confusion cloud is what they're showing me. They spelt it out, confusion. And they're saying, listen, rather you're gonna go right or you're gonna go left, and the left is making a wrong decision, and the right is making the right decision. Go within, my love. Go within, because all the answers are within. When you sit down, or when you have this quiet time and you have this peaceful time for yourself, what comes up? What comes up? That those answers that comes up is the answers that you should be resonating with, and not going against yourself, because again, to the extent that you keep going against yourself, it's to the extent that that dark cloud is going to always resonate. Clear it from you. Clear it from your path. And I'm feeling like, I'm feeling like the altar that you should be, or I'm recommending you to set up, will also help you to open the doors and open the roads for you. And opening the roads for you can be mean many different things, okay? We can deal with work, okay, more finances, as starting a new
Right.
business, as I'm seeing here. Even removing your niece from, from your journey. And it's not to say that you don't love her. However, it's a bit too much for you. Especially, is she a teenager?
Yeah, she's 13. You get it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. She's growing up pretty fast, this girl here.
How you know?
How?
Not how you know, but you know.
Oh, I'm like, how I know? Cause I see.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. No, it happens. No, 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 no. It happens.
I'm
It
just a
happens.
shock.
No, girl, let me tell you, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all love. But yeah, I'm just seeing her, mature, like boobs,
Yeah.
growing maturity. So in any event, I feel like with this situation, you should try to help her mother to get on her feet so that she can take full custody of her daughter. I'm seeing someone being in an abusive relationship. Who is it?
I know I was for a long
Okay.
time.
Okay, so then that's you.
But it has stopped.
Right.
My sister, I don't see if she was in an abusive relationship. Her marriage pretty good.
No, then it's not your sister. Then it's you. I've just asked a simple question: who's in an abusive relationship? And you said that it was you.
Yeah.
You have a lot of shedding to do, and I guess internal healing to do from that relationship, because again, your spirit guides is gonna tell me things that happened to you from the past, present, and future. So now they're saying,
Correct.
listen, someone's been in abusive relationship. So I don't know if it's physical, mental, or verbal abuse, but I feel like the verbal abuse is more than the physical abuse, because the verbal abuse gets stuck in your subconscious mind. And if you haven't fully healed yourself from this abusive relationship, sometimes you're weak. Mentally, sometimes your thinking patterns are not the same. You know how you have to go through like a rehab stage, from after
Yes.
being addicted, or after being in a certain
Right.
situation for a very long time. You haven't yet
Right.
gone through that. You haven't yet gone through that rehab stage. And with the two colors that's coming up with you, it's yellow and blue. So we're dealing with yellow for the soul, to get that, your solar plex in tune, to heal yourself, to get more, to follow your gut feeling. And then the communication, the blue, the healing, the balance, the intuition is what they're saying. So those two colors is very good with you. Citrine as well. Okay, citrine, which is a crystal. Do you work with crystals? Do you know anything about them?
I don't know nothing about crystals, but I am fascinated with them. They're beautiful, but I
Oh,
don't know nothing about them.
then there you go. That's the reason why they're showing me that, because you have an attraction to it, and it's not more so you. It's your spirit that has an attraction to it, that is telling you, listen, this is where you need to be going. But because you haven't got there, or you haven't aligned yourself with where your spirit is telling you, then it's like, yeah, I like it, but yeah, I want to work with it, but so it's always a but. So now with this reading, it's giving you a confirmation that, you know what, crystals, mainly citrine, okay, will benefit for it will benefit you with your healing process, or with this session here of just, shaking things off and forgiving him, forgiving yourself for what he has done. And you don't get you it's not that you're forgiving him, but you have to release the pain. You have to not have this aggression and this tension. And I'm not saying that you're holding on to it, throughout the whole life, but when you go through certain things, especially with breakups, somebody that you really and truly love, I always recommend, or even with myself, because I've gone through some things. You always have to go through a period of healing or releasing
Right.
him into the ethers, or releasing this guy, where he needs to be, only for you to move forward, and only for you to attract that love relationship that you truly want and you truly desire. Okay, I know you gave him chances, time after time after time after time, because I'm seeing the clock, the
Oh,
time, the
yes,
yeah,
you're not lying.
the clock is ticking. It's
And I'm
like
tired
time.
thinking about it. I'm just tired thinking about it.
Time after
I'm
time,
tired. I'm
time.
ready to move on. Yeah.
Yeah, time after time. It's like, she keeps giving him time after time. So, it's time now for you, or right now where you're going in terms of elevation, you gotta remove the old only to begin the new. That's just like when people detox, or people want to lose weight. You have to detox the body only for you to start this new diet, because the new
Right.
diet and
Right.
the new lifestyle will not really benefit you as well if you still got the old junk inside of you. So you
Mhm.
got to release the
Mhm.
junk, you got to release the pain, you got to release this man, you got to send him positivity, because that's what you want in your life. You want positivity. You have to do it only for you to do what? To attract what it is that you want in your life. And that's why in
Mm.
many situations things is fuzzy and foggy for you, because you have a lot of internal internal work you have to do, a lots of it. We all have to do it. That's just like working out and getting a Coke bottle body. You got to go to the gym, you
Mhm.
have to work for it.
Mhm.
And that's what's going on with you. What was his problem? he's just he's just
I I
he's just aggressive.
I I I don't know. I really don't know. And if I
Yeah.
was to give you the history of how we met and everything, I thought there was going to be, it went the totally opposite. And I
Right.
don't know. I can't say I personally did anything wrong.
Right.
I
Right.
can't say that I was the fault of it, because I realized over the years that I'm not. That it's
Mm.
something that he brought into the relationship before we ever met. That
Mhm.
he never resolved, and I'm not going to take responsibility of that, because I know I'm a true believer. If you see anything in my aura, I'm a true believer. I believe in that some things that we become adults is still from our childhood, our experience from our childhood. So it
Yeah.
could be anything, you know.
Yeah, and that's what's happening with him. He feels like somebody that got abandoned. Actually, his aura, his spirit feels like someone, rather he didn't have his mother in his life, or his father in his life, or he comes from a family where, it's just a broken up family, and he doesn't value a woman, and he doesn't value relationships. And if he himself, this guy, doesn't reconcile with himself, this is going to be an ongoing thing until whenever, because the root of his issue, like I said, was even past life situations with him. But I know you don't want to spend too much time with him because he's a depressive thought, and that's why your spirit guides was also showing me that black cloud, so that may also relate to the situations that was happening to you in the past. So moving forward, what they're telling you to do is listen, release affirmation. I release and is released from everything and everybody that no longer serves me any good. And that's it. Nice and simple.
Okay.
I am
Right.
released and is released from anything and anybody that no longer serves me any good. I wish them well.
Okay.
Because guess what? You want to wish people well because what do you want to come back to you? You see.
Right.
So that's with him. So is this your children's father?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Is this your children's father?
Yep. I've been married to him for I think 11 going on 12 years.
Oh, that's why. That's why that dark. Oh yeah, my love. How long you've been breaking up, separated from him?
Well, we're together to this day. We've been on and off with our relationship for a long time. One minute, he doesn't want to be married. Next minute, he does want to be married. Next minute, he wants to be he always been a father. But next minute, he want to be a husband or a best friend. And next minute, he don't want to be a husband or best friend. And I think because I'm not pleasing his needs. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what it is, but I have to take care of myself.
That's right.
I done given so much to this that I have not loved myself, and that's where I want to go. I want to love myself, and I think loving myself is loving God. It's loving the Creator. It's loving everything about me. I've been told in this relationship, are you gonna be by yourself? You're gonna be old by yourself? Well, I'm content with that.
Yeah.
I'm very content with that because I feel like I didn't come to this world by myself. Maybe physically, you might see my parents. I might came in this world by myself, but spiritually, no, I wasn't. There's something inside me that's way more powerful, and I want to be consumed with that. And I think that's where my happiness need to lie at, not in a man, not in people so much, because people are unpredictable.
Very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. That's why I still feel it with you, just that and that's why I said that feeling of, and it may be even him, the feeling of confusion, because through him, rather through you, I can read him, and
Right.
it also resonates, in your aura field, because guess what, you are still entertaining this man. So it may seem like, you're the one that's confused, but actually it's not you're the one that's confused. It's the energy that you're entertaining, which is him. He may be confused about what he wants to do, and he's still in a state of like, I don't know. What is his sign actually? Don't tell me Pisces.
No, he's a Virgo.
Oh, that's my opposite sign. God damn it. I knew it. Oh, man. I knew it. Oh, man. Yeah, I knew it. He's a Virgo. Yeah, he's very emotional. Very, very emotional, man. It's like anything that doesn't go well with him, or anything that he let him suspect something, it's over, And that's why I'm like, he feels like a Pisces, actually, very manipulative, in certain situation, and can be confused, because I'm known as being confused sometimes too. I go out, I order one thing, when the food come, I be like, nah, I don't want it. Let me get that. That's So with him, it's more so of a state of confusion, and he has to balance himself out. How was his relationship with his mom, with his family?
I think his relationship with his mother, she's very she don't want to cut the umbilical cord, in the sense of like everything is always about him. Like it's not about his children, it's not about his marriage, it's not about him being a better man. It's about, is he safe? Did he eat well? I'm just giving you an idea how a mother treat a son. Is his bed warm?
Get out.
Clean? It's always about him.
Yeah. She ain't
Uh,
making it. She's not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that tells me a lot as a woman, who she is. 'Cause I always felt like, if anything, we're women first.
Mhm.
We are women first, then we become parents, and all these things follow. But as a woman, you should understand that he's not 100% perfect.
Mhm.
He got some flaws. He needs some help.
Mhm.
This man, he's a good person. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna. He's a good person. He just has some real tough flaws that I can't help him with.
That
Now,
he.
I'm not. He got some real tough flaws that I can't help him with personally. I think that's something that he has to go after.
Yeah, that's why I said it's something with him, and if he doesn't figure out what is wrong with him, then nobody else is gonna figure that out, and nobody can help
Yep,
him in
that's
that
true.
situation. So
Yep.
with that being said, my love, you have this, and that's why too. I spoke to you earlier, and I said even with any situation, it's rather you're gonna go left or you're gonna go right, and whatever makes you feel good, that's where you need to go. Whatever gives you a sense of peace, that's where you need to go. If you can't allow this man to dictate you, and to, tell you one day you my wife and one day you my friend and one day you not my, you can't allow him to control that at all. He does not control you. He does not set
That's
the
right.
rules and set the goals for you. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove myself from you. I'm going to set you free. I'm going to tell you another situation. My client on when I did this reading for her on Sunday, she was going through, housing issues and stuff like that. Mind you, this is a client that, was, she this is like 2 or 3 times she came to me. I had to coach her through. Don't worry, things is gonna go well. Don't worry, things is gonna go well. Boom. They kicked her out of the shelter. So now she had to go back and live with this terrifying husband, ex-husband of hers. Now when she's in the house with him, he's very controlling. He's this, he's
Mhm.
that, verbally abusive,
Mhm.
all of the negative things. She called me on we had a session on Sunday, basically almost crying to me. I had to coach her.
Mhm.
No, I said, no, 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 don't worry. The universe is here. I know things is going to change. Really helping her out. And what I told her was, write a letter to the universe and put his name. Whatever his name is, let's say John Doe, I release you into the light. John Doe, whatever it is that you want, and this is with you too. Whatever it is that you want to release from you, write it into the universe. Don't you know, 2 days later, they called her for a house.
Wow.
2 days later, they
Wow.
called her for a house. So it's all about doing ritualistic work. So with you, my love, having control of this relationship, right? I feel like writing, and that's why they said the color blue and yellow with you, because writing to the universe will help you to set yourself free. Right.
Right.
Whatever your husband name is or whatever it is, John Doe, I
Right.
release you into
Mhm.
your life. John Doe, please, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, you have to be consistent. You have to be firm. You have to write names. You have to be on point with it. And I guarantee you it will happen. Guarantee you. I wrote letters to the universe back in 2009, and I said to the universe, I said, I will be somebody that will heal thousands, if not millions of people. Where I'm at here on 2016, I conduct readings or sessions or healing sessions for people all over the world. The
Right.
world. You see? So
Mhm.
what I'm telling you is my recommendation, and from experience, I know that writing letters to the universe, or even just writing letters, and what you do is you get a notebook, a clean
Yep.
notebook, a clean, nothing in it, nothing at all, and that's your own little diary, and this is your letter to the universe. Don't let nobody confiscate it or invade your privacy, and I guarantee you it will change your world, and you will
Mm.
see. and you will see. So if you no longer want to be in this relationship, which I'm feeling like you have moved on, because what you want to do now is love yourself and be all about you and your children and be a better mother, be a better sister, be a better auntie, be a better
Yes.
person, and align yourself with your highest good. This is one of the tactics that you can use to help yourself elevate yourself and find that priestess that you are. Because I feel you feel like a Scorpio to me, actually. I don't know.
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, there you go. But you feel like a Scorpio. That's your opposite sign. Okay, so but in this situation, I'm resonating with the spiritual. I'm not resonating with the sun sign. I'm resonating with the spirit sign. I'm gonna make that up. I made it up. I'm resonating with the spirit sign, and your spirit side is and your spirit side sign is a Scorpio, because that's your opposite sign. You resonate more on that loving, occult, finding deeper meanings to myself, elevating my, or rather what I would say, transformation. You want to transform. You don't no longer want to be a little, mouse. You want to be a big rat, or you want to be a butterfly.
Right.
You want to expand. So again, now all of these, what you're going through now, is what is called the pain body, the pain self, the frustration, the depression, the not being fulfilled. So all of these different things that you're going through only get you closer to your highest good. So you're actually right now mainly in a state of transformation. You're transforming. You're moving from one section to another section. And what they're showing me right now is gold gates, wealth. Are you looking to start something new, financial wise?
Yes, I am. Yep.
It's
I
coming.
started, and it's just a baby, and I know it's gonna take some time, and it took me confidence within myself to believe in myself that I can do this. And you hit it right on the nose. Yes, I am.
Yeah, well, but let me tell you, to the extent that you continue with yourself, okay, healing yourself, nursing yourself, basically, nursing yourself, guiding yourself, motivating yourself. You're gonna do it. I have very faith in you. I have very strong faith in you. You're a Taurus. That's the bull, very motivated in any situation. And then you have the opposite, Scorpio. Scorpio is the eighth house. And anytime you're dealing with the eighth house, if you want a good business partner, you work with a Scorpio. They will make that money for you. The number 8. That's the number. That's the money number. Okay, so
that's the day I was born, May 8th, 1978.
Well, there you go. There you go. It's not a coincidence.
That's my favorite number.
There you go. Yep.
That's my favorite number.
And then too, if you go get a card reading, with me, my card is the 8 of diamonds. So 8, exactly. Yeah. That's a money card, and that's why for me it's like, you is rather you're gonna spend a lot of money or you're gonna make a lot of money, So you have to find a balance with the two. So with you are already a money magnet. So what another, and that's why they showed me the color gold, meaning wealth, meaning income. You want to also work with pyrite. My love. Pyrite will bring that money in. That's a money magnet.
Okay.
Okay. You have any questions?
Let me see. It's weird that you spoke everything I wrote. You spoke about it right down into right in line. I wrote about the ancestors. You spoke about that. The stones. You spoke about that. I wanted to talk about spiritual guides. You spoke about that. My children. I have 3 kids. And I always feel like as a parent, I'm never doing enough. I have one with autism, and I have my youngest one. She's not speaking yet. She's 3 years old. And I always wonder how their future's going to be. Am I doing right as a parent? What more can I do to prepare all 3 of my children? I also have a son, Jacob, very wise, funny, goofy boy. But I don't think I dream enough for my kids. I think as parents, that's our responsibility to dream for our kids. And I feel like I don't dream enough for my kids.
I feel like you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. I feel like in any event to be patient because everybody's growth growth spurt is different. Okay, and I feel like it's due to society that you may be like, oh, okay, well, my daughter's 3 years old or my son is 3 years old. Why is he or she not speaking? I also had a good friend, and I call her my sister. Well, she's actually my sister, my best friend's sister, whose son wasn't speaking up until 3 years old, such as your child there, and he's running wild. He's running wild. He's very active, and he speaks. So again, it's all on patience, and every child develops differently. So because your child is not speaking or whatever, that's just your child. You love your child and all your children. You love all your children, and that's the only thing that you can do is love your children and allow your children to be who they are. And again, like I said, if you begin to love yourself and you begin to love, and do what it is that you need to do for yourself, it will unfold holistically. Everything around you, everything around you will begin to shape and form because guess what? It's all about energy, my love. It's all about energy. That's it. It's all about energy. So, oh, I don't feel like I dream enough. I don't Well, you don't feel like you dream enough, then start dreaming a lot. I mean, you are doing the best that you can do. And I feel it may be, and let's understand this. I feel like it may be a situation where you may feel that due to society and what society thinks is normal, or comparing your children with, okay, at 3 years old, according to what the white man says is normal, and I'm not saying that you are doing this verbatimly or whatever, but in society we go by rules and we go by codes, and at 2 years old or at 1 years old your child's supposed to be doing this, or at 2 years old your child. But according to who? But who made this up? Wait, refresh my memory again. You get what I'm saying? So who is this according to? Who says that at 3 years old my child is supposed to speak? According to who? According to, okay,
the rules. Yep.
The rules. But who rules is it?
Yep. Whose
But
rules are they? Yep.
who rules are they? Who rules are they?
Right.
So now we're going crazy. Oh, my child is 3 years old. My child can't speak. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, the 90 or rather 85% of children at 3 years old, yeah, they do speak. But you have to also look at their environment. You have to look at if the child is being educated. You have to look at if the mother or the parents is giving them lessons, or
Right.
you have to look at the environment. So if the child is not receiving certain things, then it will be normal for the child not to know certain things, or it will be normal for the child not to be speaking at a certain age. It's okay. Your child, is nothing wrong with the child, nothing at all. People come to me all the time asking me about their children. And mind you, I have no children, but I understand the laws of the universe, and I understand that these children that are coming in now is known as rainbow children, and it may be a situation where his brain or her brain is so advanced that she don't even want to talk. She's probably still trying. You know, she's probably still trying to computerize everything that's going on in this galaxy. She probably still trying to understand where she's at, because again, she came from somewhere. So she's like, okay, well, where am I at now? Because that she's an old soul. So again, she's not dumb. She's not illiterate. She's not. She's just trying to catch on to what the hell is going on around us, and she feels and she knows energy. That's why children in their crib, or the bassinet or whatever, they just look around. Their eyes go from one place to another, eye hand coordination, whatever. It's because they're picking up on energy. If you have bad energy and you hold a baby, the baby starts crying. Okay?
That's true. That's true. They can feel and sense way better than we can. That's so true.
So I wouldn't even, I would just continue to be the loving, caring mother that you are. And, if you feel like your child, and I'm not going to just say just be the loving, caring mother. No. If you feel like your child needs a little help, then as a parent, you need to give your child a little bit of help. You need to read with the child. You need to, write with the child. Show the child some pictures. Ask the child to identify. See if, at least, if she can't talk, at least can she identify? Because if she could
Right.
identify, that means she could understand. She's just not talking.
Right.
So there's many
Yeah.
different ways to go about this, my love.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think we get everything on the nose. Um, I don't have any questions.
You sure?
I think so.
Mhm.
I'm looking at health wise. Can I ask about health?
Yeah, sure.
Anything?
You can
My
ask.
health. Okay.
Yeah.
Health wise.
Mhm. You drinking soda?
No, I don't. I drink nothing but water. I drink nothing but water.
Mm. Did you used
I
to
eat.
drink soda? Huh?
I used to
Okay.
long time ago. It's been 2 years. I
Oh.
lost a lot of weight, and I've been working on eating healthy. Been
Mhm.
very conscious about what I drink. I don't drink nothing. I drink nothing but water, and I'm
Mhm.
very particular what kind of water I drink. And I've been applying that to my household just as well, like to my kids.
Mhm.
Like a lot of water, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I haven't eaten meat in over 2 years.
Mhm. Well, the first
So
thing that came up, was, so I guess it was the soda that you was drinking. Well, I don't guess. I know it was the soda that you were drinking. And again, your spirit guys, we don't operate on time. So 2 years ago for them is like yesterday. Um, but in any event, it's the sugar. It's a balance of sugar. Have you ever gone on a blood detox?
no,
You need to
no, I
definitely,
had never.
you need to flush out in that event. But again, like I was saying, the transformation right now, you're in a state of transformation and you're approaching it mind, body, and soul wise. So the first thing that came up is, oh, that, I guess it's the sugar from the soda, that hasn't fully
Right.
been cleansed or haven't fully been released from the body. And if it's in the body, it's in the blood. So you want to detox the blood. You want to get you some
So is
bird.
that can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is that what caused the cravings for? Because I be have
Mm.
sometimes I be weird cravings for sugar out of nowhere, and I can eat a fruit, I can eat an apple, I can eat an orange, and I still need like a candy bar.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. You may still need a candy bar. That's true, but it's emotions. It's your emotions.
Mm.
You go through emotional issues, or you go through what I say is emotional stress, and we have an attachment to food. So whenever we're lacking something, guess what? We're gonna go to food to fulfill what we're lacking or we don't want to face. So because you've been having issues, or you've been having disagreements, or you're not seeing eye to eye in your relationship, which is, supposed to be love and sweet, guess what? You're
Mhm.
gonna you're gonna you're gonna crave that love and sweet food. You might crave cake, you might crave candy bar, you might crave chocolate, you might crave, Kool-Aid, whatever. You want to fulfill, or yeah, you want to fulfill what you're lacking in a relationship or in life. So again,
Mm.
it all goes down to the root chakra and understanding the root of all things, because if you have already, transitioned into this healthy diet, okay, yeah, sometimes the residue, or sometimes, the toxins in the body, influences you to make, bad decision. However, if you already have mastered it, then it has to be, you have to look at, okay, well, what else is happening in my life that I'm craving this sugar? You know, why do I really want this is the key. Why do I really want this sugar? Why do I really want this piece of cake? What's happening with me? How am I
Right.
feeling? How am I feeling right now? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling, like I want company? Am I feeling lonely? How am I feeling that I want to make this decision to eat this candy bar? It has to be the family issue. It has to be, something pertaining to your love life. You
Right.
know, you have to look at things, because again, we have been preconditioned, to eat a certain type of food according to what your mother was eating in the womb. So
That's true.
if your mother was eating a lot of sugar, or she was going through a lot of emotional stress, guess what? It
Mhm.
gets passed down to you. You're a mother,
That's true.
so if you, as a child, while you was pregnant, was going through a lot of issues or emotional problems or unfulfillment, it's more than likely it will get passed down to your child. And I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to give you the root of issues where you can now go and solve your problems on
Right.
on a higher level, you know, and not look for drugs, which is sugar, and sweets and salt and shopping and spending, not look to drugs to, fulfill or compromise what it is that's really going on internally. It's like a form of escapism.
Right.
And that's that Scorpio in you.
Mm.
There you go. That's that emotional, trying to hide from things, because a close friend one of my close friends is a Scorpio. I used to deal with a Scorpio, or I still do. I don't know, but I used to, I still do. I don't know. However he wants to think about it. But um, every time it gets a little too chaotic for them, they find a way to escape. Or, rather it's oh, I need to take a trip, or I need to get this, or I want to go out to eat. But the foods that like the food choices is not so healthy, because again, they're going through emotional problems. So look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was raised by a Scorpio.
Oh, see?
So,
Yeah.
my mother. Yeah.
Mm, okay. Well
Very,
then,
very strong.
yeah, very strong. Yeah, they are. They're very strong people. Very intuitive too.
Yeah, very,
Mhm.
extremely. Sometimes
Mhm.
I tell her I think sometimes she was born before her time, because she always felt like she was out of place. She always said
Yeah.
that I felt like I wasn't never accepted or out of place. I felt like um, that she always related to her appearance. So when I
Mm.
hear it, I just it seemed like to me she just felt like she was out of place. She couldn't find her place with a group of girls, or with a certain type of guy, or even in a relationship with her mother. It seemed like she was a little bit above. I mean, above her time, because
Right.
at an early age, she had to step up and help her mother and
Mm.
become the big sister, the cook, the clean, always cleaning. And I don't
Mm.
think she really had a childhood. She always had to think in advance, like ahead. She always had to
Mm.
be two steps ahead. So when she met this man that I'm with now, my husband, when she met him, she told me something about him, and I thought, oh, there she go again, worrying. But she wasn't worrying. My mother was right on point. She said, he's
Mhm.
too serious. He don't have a sense of humor. He's not for you. And I
Mm.
thought she was being critical, because she didn't ever explain to me. She just said those three words, but she never explained to me where
Mm.
she was coming from. But now I think about it. I think about it a lot. A
Mm.
lot of things my mother taught me. I go and reflect on it, and I think about it. And I told her, I said, there's a lot of things about you that you don't give yourself credit for, and I think that you was ahead of your time.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I
He
want to tell
is
you,
she's an October Scorpio.
yep,
Yeah.
October 24th.
Yeah. That's how she
Yeah,
feel. Yeah. She feels like October Scorpio.
yeah.
Mhm.
I want to tell you thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, my love. Thank you. Thank you as well. Thank you as well for choosing me. I'm honored to, be able to guide you and help you along your journey, give you these jewels, which you can take and work with and heal yourself with, and I wish you well.
Thank you.
Mhm. Now, let me ask, do you want this recording to be public or do you want it to be private?
No, I want the world to hear it.
Good.
I want the world to hear it. Because
Yeah.
many sessions you have with many other people has helped me.
Ooh, that's the reason why I do it. Yeah. Okay, my love. All right. Thank you for your contribution, my lovely sister, and me and my audience wish you well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, my love.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.